So today I have another video. This time it's a feminist frequency video about some cuck trying to explain to me why I'm sexist and why I should change it. This isn't gonna be fun, so let's get on with it.
How can men help, and how much or how little should we be helping? In this video, we will explore answers to those questions and share a few suggestions about how men can respectfully approach feminism and, critically, explain why it's beneficial for men to be involved.
So I'm going to cut about 2, maybe 3 minutes of this dumbass rambling on so I can get to the 5 main points, if you can even call them that.
First things first, because there's so much misinformation about feminism,
brace yourself, he's about to use a dictionary definition.
Geopolitical movement with the central goal of ending sexism and dismantling gender-based oppression. So
and now we get to the actual points. Just the tip, you promise?
Listen to women. Now that might seem really obvious, but far too often men have a hard time just listening to what women have to say.
You judge everyone based on their ideas, not gender. Is this really even the point? I listen to everyone, don't you? Shouldn't everyone? Doesn't everyone? I'm pretty sure everyone does.
And respecting women's knowledge and experiences. Because of the way we're socialized to think of our voices as most important.
These are non-points. Everyone has a voice. No one's opinion is more important than anyone else's. Once again, we judge ideas based on how good they are. We judge people based on how good their ideas are. It's that simple.
Men have a tendency to interrupt and interject ourselves into conversation.
Okay, I know this is anecdotal evidence, but I live with a few women, and I'm constantly being interrupted. Everyone in this house is interrupted, whether they be male or female, and it's usually the woman doing it. This is just bullshit.
Particularly black and indigenous women, because, as feminist scholars have long pointed out, sexism is compounded when it's combined with racism and other forms of oppression.
You've just gone full fucking SJW cuckboy. I can't wait for this to be over.
It's important for us, as men, to acknowledge that when we talk about feminism, we follow the lead of women. Yet while feminist ideas do originate with women, that does not mean that it's the responsibility of every woman to teach all men about.
Didn't think I'd say this at any point in the video, but you're right. It's the job of feminists who hold these ideas to explain it to me, the white cis male. You really don't understand this, do you?
About sexism. So we shouldn't go around interrogating or demanding answers from women. Instead, we should be proactive in doing the work ourselves by committing to
bullshit. The burden of proof states whoever holds the idea, the opinion, or the study has to explain it. No, I don't have to disprove it. It's your job to explain it if you hold that idea or opinion.
Continuous, lifelong learning. Lucky for us, over the past century, feminist scholars have written volumes on the topic.
Lucky me! I get to read feminist bullshit!
So here are some suggested readings about feminism and how patriarchy operates as a social system. Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks is a great place to start, though definitely put The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love at the very top of your list.
So thanks for warning me. I'll be sure to avoid these in the future.
The place where men can be most helpful in
I would say I'm challenging you, but you're not much of a man anyway.
regards to feminism is first within ourselves and then amongst other men. Patriarchy encourages men to buy into sexist thinking and at the very least remain complacent in sexism.
No, not the patriarchy!
Through our silence. So instead, step off the path of least resistance and dare to make yourself and other men uncomfortable.
You're making me uncomfortable, so I guess you're doing it right. Good job, man. Woman. Cuck.
About sexism. Let the other men around you know that their sexist behavior is not okay. For example, when you stand up and say that a sexist joke is not funny.
But sexist jokes are funny. Watch, I'll tell one right now. If a tree falls and hits a woman, why was there a tree in the kitchen?
the men telling that joke can no longer be assured that they will go unchallenged the next time they tell it. In other words, those men can no longer count on other men to accept or go along with their sexism.
I'll go along with whatever the hell I find funny.
If you make a comment and a woman dismisses or disagrees with you, don't take it personally. She doesn't owe you anything.
I'll get defensive if someone dismisses a perfectly valid point, like I'm sure Feminist Frequency will do to this video.
Disagreement does not necessarily mean that she's angry or frustrated with you as an individual. That being said, it's completely understandable for women to express anger about sexism. Sexism should make everyone angry.
But I'm a white male and I don't check my privilege. Doesn't that mean I'm supposed to be angry about this? Really?
Men's support for feminism should not be seen as some kind of favor to women. As we've discussed, this
doesn't change the fact that it makes you look like an idiot.
It's really hard to break years of socialization overnight, so messing up is inevitable. I've certainly made my fair share of mistakes.
You sure are right about that one. You have fucked up bad.
By no means an exhaustive list of advice, but it should give you a place.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty exhausted after having to deal with you for what, 15 minutes?
Start. Now, if you're feeling a little uneasy at this point, that might actually be a good sign. As men...
No, it's not. It means I'm sick of you. Fuck off. We're done here.